much arrived in Seattle. We're taking the rental car into the city. You can kind of see it in the skyline out there. It's so pretty driving into the city. Not as bad on traffic as I thought, but yeah, we were making our way to the hotel after we had arrived. We stayed in a pretty nice hotel. I really just picked the cheapest one I could find off Expedia that wasn't total trash. So I'm surprised it was a pretty nice hotel for what I thought it was going to be. Here's the inside of the closet. I don't know why I'm showing this off. They had a really nice mirror in the entryway so you could check your outfit before you left. The bathroom was very, very nice. I'm sad to say I did not get a chance to bathe in that very nice shower. But other than that, the bathroom was very, very nice. This is the view from outside of our hotel room. It was a little sad, but we did have a view of the convention center, which is where the festival is held. Not in that exact building. After we kind of explored around our hotel, we found this really cute area to sit and eat lunch. We didn't do much else really on this first day. We just kind of explored the general area in the vicinity around our hotel. That poodle had a very interesting haircut, so I thought I would include it. But the next day was much more fun in regards to like doing actual stuff. This was my hand knit outfit for the day. I made my top. We're going to go to the Seattle Aquarium to start the day off. We walked by the public market center, very famous, the Pike Place Market. Lots of stands and things to see. Down this way there's a really kind of gross gum wall I took a picture by. This is the view from coming out of that place. We're right at the Seattle Aquarium. That's what the outside looks like. This is the first exhibit when you first walk in. It is a tank of local fish to highlight the fish in the area. Some pretty cool guys in there, just hanging around, floating around. It's very interesting to see the diversity in the local fish. This is what the room first looks like. There is also, once you walk past this one, there's a cool wave exhibit that I did not get a good video of. You can kind of see how it like pushes in water so it can make a wave. And then you get to move into this area with touch tanks. You can actually touch the sea urchins. They won't hurt you. They said if you put your finger in between their spines, they'll actually give you a little hug, but I was scared. I didn't try it. There's sea cucumbers and little fish you could kind of touch. This was some beautiful blown glass art by Dave Chihuly, I believe is how you say his name. We actually went to his museum, but he had art featured there. They had this beautiful half moon circle of jellyfish you could look at and walk under. So pretty. Then the aquarium kind of opens up to the port. Is that the right word? The pier? The pier, and you could kind of see the Ferris wheel and see out. And the sea lions were actually next up. They're pretty cute. They're feeding them. We were getting wet fish thrown on us to feed the sea lions, but they're really cute, so it's okay. Swimming around trying to get the food. They had a lot of sea lions and otters as well. They were really, really cute. It was so fun to see them. They were very popular. It was hard to kind of get in and get around people to see them, but very, very cute. Here you can kind of see them poking their head out looking at the people. It was kind of hard to see. They're on the other side of us. The sea lion was giving himself a scratch. Scratching. Here comes one to say hi. These were the sea otters. They're just kind of floating around in there. They were bigger than I thought they would be, these ones. So cute. I don't remember if these were trout or salmon. And they did a really good job in the museum of highlighting native art and talking about native people, native culture. So that was really nice to see. There was also another sea lion exhibit next up. Just swimming around in there, having fun. After this exhibit, there was a really fun domed exhibit, is how I would describe it, that had a bunch of similar, I think they were local fish as well, but it was still cool to see. And that is a massive sturgeon, I believe. He was pretty cool, swimming around in there to see how big he was. Yeah, I believe that's a sturgeon. That guy was pretty cool. He was just kind of laying there. I liked his pattern. And some of them were just resting on the dome. They also had a little mini exhibit. This was a little long guy. He was very interesting. I don't remember his name. But they had some starfish and some mini fish that you could kind of look at. And there was also a lot of art in general. So just here's some of the cool art. They looked like impressions of the fish. Some very nice paint. This was a separate building. It was like more ocean related fish. It was really fun. This building I think was probably my favorite. I'll just play some cool background music and let you kind of enjoy and get the experience. After the aquarium, we came back to the hotel because I had to change out of that sweater. It was insanely hot. I did not want to continue wearing that. So I did a quick outfit change and we were headed to the zoo. next. So we got the car and drove to the zoo because it was a little far out from where we were staying. It's nice to drive around, see the city. In one of these clips you can really see how hilly Seattle is. So I'm glad we did not have to walk all those hills. But even in the city, the hills were pretty bad. But living in Florida, I was not expecting the hills. Like, look at how steep that is. I would be scared my car would roll away. But we made it to the zoo. The zoo was a little disappointing to me. All of the animals were kind of not feeling the heat, so a lot of them were hiding. Didn't get a lot of footage of all of them. Coming from Florida, it was funny to hear the Seattle zookeeper tell us, sorry, the animals are not out today. It's a little hot for them, because we were very happy with the temperature. It was a nice, breezy, cool summer, even though I was sweating in my other outfit. But that was on me, because mohair is very hot. But yeah, enjoy the zoo animals. Of course, we're gonna end our zoo adventure with the cutest little otters running around playing in the water. Yeah, that sums up the zoo. Here's us walking up to the Space Needle. There she be. She's very tall. Here's me at the top of the Space Needle next, because I didn't record any footage of us going up, but it was pretty cool to see the whole city. Interestingly, the floor of the Space Needle moves. It revolves on a 1 horsepower motor. And they used to have a restaurant up there, but they closed it, unfortunately. But I tried to get a video of it moving, because you can see Ignore my toes. And somehow I let my dad convince me that we should walk all the way down instead of taking the elevator to the bottom of the Space Needle, because they give you a free t-shirt if you walk all the way down. So we did that. And my legs were shaking incredibly by the end of it. But we did it. We got the free t-shirt. So that sums up the next day. And then it was time for what you all came here to see. That I've just been including other footage. But it was time for Flock finally. So here's me awkwardly walking and telling my dad that we were going to Flock. That is where it is held, in the Seattle Convention Center, the Summit building. We were all walking up. It was so fun to see everybody walking down the streets in their sweaters trying to get to the convention. There was me in my hand-knit tank top. The inside of the building is beautiful, and there's so many people coming. I didn't get there until maybe I don't remember if it was 15 or 20 minutes ahead of when they opened the doors at 10, and the line was insane. But once they got the line moving, it wasn't terrible. So here's me trying to find my way to where the line starts. This is us getting a lot closer to finding the front of the line. As you can see, we're in a totally new area. The first day was really, really overwhelming for me, so a lot of this footage is just what my dad might have captured for me and the little bit that I was able to get at the start of it, because I was very intent on trying to film everything. But there were so many people, and I'm so glad so many people came. It's nice to see everybody get excited, but I did end up leaving the first day early, I will say, because it was a little bit much for me. So that's something to consider if you're coming. If you don't really like a lot of crowds or tough days, Saturday is probably not for you. Just try to stick to Sunday. But it was so fun to walk around and see everybody's stuff. There's this little area where you can go knit. We took some cool pictures of the city in the outfit. But yeah, here's some video footage. This is Bad Sheep Yarns. They had some live sheep. They're so cute. The convention center did have enough space for everybody, which was nice to see. I feel like Rhinebeck was so packed, but there's definitely ample space for everyone to walk around in the booths. And please excuse my video not shot in the correct direction. This was Super Glow's booth. I was so excited to see Lindsay. She brought a lot of Labubu related things. Yeah, a lot of this footage is the wrong way. As you can see, I was a little bit stressed and overwhelmed, but it was still fun to see all the yarn in person, all the samples. I love seeing all the samples. The Wandering Flock had the most gorgeous samples. I loved their sweaters. Plies and Hellhounds also had very nice samples. Look at that sweater. That embroidery on that sweater is amazing. Gorgeous. I love seeing the samples. I need to go to a knit show where I can just see samples, because I would love it. But here's a little overview of the convention center. There's a bunch of tables and areas to sit, kind of chat knit. They had a little panel going. I didn't attend any of the talks. And then the other direction, yep, those are all the stalls where you could shop. I don't know, watching a lot of videos, I thought it would be a lot bigger. There weren't as many vendors as I thought. But yeah, we ended up leaving early, walking back through Pike Place, and we headed to a boat tour, actually. While we were waiting for our boat tour to start, I took a look at my steps for the day. We had quite a lot of steps walking through Seattle. But yeah, the boat tour was pretty fun. Here's me on the boat. I was very nauseous at first because it was rocking back and forth. But it was so cute to go ahead and just get a little boat tour. That's the Seattle Aquarium. No, I don't know if that's the Seattle Aquarium. I'm just talking, and I don't know what I'm saying. But it was all in the same area. The Seattle Aquarium is right around the corner, if that's not the Seattle Aquarium. It was very beautiful on the water. The tour guide was very knowledgeable, gave us a lot of good insight. and fun facts and cool information about Seattle. So I liked it. They did serve beverages. You could get food on the plane. Not the plane, I'm so sorry. On the boat. And there's a lot of cruises going out, so it was cool to see the cruise ships, and that cruise ship had a water slide on it, so very fun to see. There's me enjoying a bev on the boat, feeling cool. There's the Space Needle in the background. We saw this gigantic shipping boat as well, and it was really cool because there's people actually working on the boat. I think I tried to get a video of some of the workers, but I was not very successful. Yeah, beautiful views. Once the ship was sailing, I was fine. I had felt a lot better. The seascape is beautiful. The hills are beautiful. If you live in Seattle, you're very lucky that this is what you get to see. The city looks beautiful from the boat. A lot of shipping boats. We saw a lot of shipping boats as well. After the boat tour, we were headed to the meet and make at Stoop Brewing. I was a little disappointed in the event. It wasn't really for someone like me. I didn't really go with anybody else who liked to knit. My dad came with me, and I thought there would be a lot more intermingling. This is my outfit for the meet and make. Thought there would be a lot more mingling, but a lot of people just had their groups, which is fine. So it wasn't for me. We left early. And then here's me back at the hotel. I bought a mystery bag from Superglow, and that was just me opening it in the hotel, showing off what I got. But yeah, that was the first day at Flock, and heading into the second day. Very exciting. For the second day, I didn't really have many goals, just to walk through again, see what I may have missed on the first day. And so it was pretty chill the second day, Sunday, looking at more beautiful samples, just getting videos of other things that I may have not seen on the first go around. Kiara Wiggins, that's Kiara Wiggins yarn, beautiful, loved her stuff. Reiko & Co., beautiful beaded earrings and things, little trinkets if you will. I liked this booth a lot too. I love the samples. I need to live somewhere cold so I can make mittens. And then after hanging around, we took the monorail actually to the Chihuly Gardens. So yeah, next up you'll see a lot of beautiful blown glass art, and enjoy your tour that I'm gonna give you with my cell phone. Also, please excuse the pretentious free music from YouTube that I will use to accompany this section. Your patience is appreciated. So yeah, that was the Chihuly Glass Gardens. Very beautiful. After the gardens, we returned to the convention center to just say our goodbyes, enjoy the vibes, and just relax because we were catching the flight back home that night. So here's me just knitting in the lobby of Flock. You'll see some people passing by. I was so happy that I got to go to Flock this year. I feel very grateful. Grateful to my dad that he came with me so I didn't have to go by myself. Grateful for my friends who contributed to my yarn fund. I'm very grateful to everybody who interacted with me, said they loved my knitting, said they loved my shirts. It was a good experience, even though the first day was really overwhelming. Really, I do just feel so grateful that I was able to go. Yeah, if you love a lot of indie dyers, I think Flock is a good way to go experience some people you wouldn't get to normally shop in person. So yeah, but that's the video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Are you gonna go to Flock next year? If so, I hope to see you next year, and I'll catch you in my next podcast. We'll try to recap. See ya!